the screen, if you could confirm that name is correct and let me know who you're representing here today, whether you're the applicant, the owner, or someone else connected to the project. And we will start with Reverend George Hodge. Reverend Hodge, if you can hear me.
Yeah, this is Father George Hodge. I represent St. Anthony of Padua Maronite Church.
Okay, great. And will the other gentleman in the room be speaking as well?
Yes, Pastor Perez with PRP Construction.
Okay, if you could tell me your name again and spell it for me.
Pastor Pastor Perez PEREC. I am with PRP Construction.
Got it. Okay. Great. Welcome.
Thank you.
And Reverend Hodge, you are with the church on the property, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, great. Welcome. All right. We also have Matt Rashid here. Welcome, Matt.
Hi, David. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. Are we expecting anyone else to join us here on the applicant owner side before we begin?
I wanted to ask if the president of our parish council can join us. He was not on the list, but he is on hold to ask your permission if he can join us.
Okay.
I can text him and ask him and let him know that if he's allowed or not.
He is definitely allowed. Is he at a computer now?
Yes, he is on hold and standby. And after asking your permission, I was going to contact him and let him know if he may or he may not join.
Sure. Yeah, he absolutely can. Does he have the information, the link to join?
But I can he is on standby. I can forward this to him right now if you permit it.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I do need to read through our hearing script, which just covers the procedure for the hearing. So I'll give you a minute to do that. And once you're ready, I'll read through the hearing script.
I just did. Thank you.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and get it started? Or would you like to give him a few minutes to join before we get started?
He should be starting it. He should be joining at any minute. He just replied to me and he said, okay, so he should be joining it at any minute.
Okay, great. We'll give him a couple minutes then.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. We'll be right back. It looks like someone just tried to enter, so I let them in. Should be coming through here in a minute.
That's him.
Great. Gabby Bouchon.
Gabby Bouchon, he is the president of our parish council.
Hello.
Hello. I'm gonna send you a prompt to turn your camera on.
I am.
Okay, great. All right, fantastic. We're just getting started here. My name is David Sturkey. I'm the zoning hearing examiner. I'll be presiding over the hearing today. I understand you're Gabby Bouchon, and could you tell me again your title?
I'm president of parish council at St. Anthony of Padua.
Okay. All right. Welcome. Let's go ahead and get started. I am going to read through our hearing script. This will cover the procedure for the hearing, then we'll begin. So this is the September 3rd, 2025 session of the Zoning Hearing Examiner docket. Again, my name is David Sturkey. I'm the Zoning Hearing Examiner for the city. I'll be presiding over the hearing today. The case before us today is case number ZH20250082. That is 2524 and 2530 Victory Parkway. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any other parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any other party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant's attorney or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. For our purposes here today, I'll allow each of the gentlemen here on screen from the church to tell me about the project. One of you can speak, all of you can speak, however you want to orient the presentation is completely up to you. But typically what folks will share is what the project is, any background they think is important, the zoning relief that they're requesting here today, and then of course why they think that zoning relief is appropriate. If there were anyone here from the public, the general public, they would have an opportunity to speak after the applicants have presented their case. I'll then turn it over to Mr. Lashad to provide any testimony in addition to his staff report. In the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to respond to that testimony that was provided in opposition. And then finally, the applicants will have an opportunity to make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions may be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or make any comments. In the event of any technical difficulties with the Zoom technology, I'll do my best to troubleshoot those issues on the fly. But to the extent there's some defect that prevents us from meaningfully going forward with this hearing, I may continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. Okay. The last thing I need to do is to swear in all of our witnesses. So if you intend on providing any testimony here today or making any comments, the zoning code requires that I swear you in. So if that is you, if you could please just raise your right hand. I'll need everyone to answer out loud. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you shall provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
I do.
Okay, great. Thanks, everyone. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Who's going to take the lead here on the applicant's presentation?
Father George, you want to take a lead?
Yeah, of course. My name is Father George Haj. I'm the pastor here at St. Anthony. I have been pastor here for the past 11 years, and I have lived the daily life of the church, and I have seen how much important is to have the structural awning in front of these particular doors. These are the main doors of access to the church, and many of our parishioners are elderly, and especially when there is rain and when there is snow, and when there is any, especially when we have funerals or we have weddings, the access of the church needs to have this awning over it to mainly prevent from any weather conditions over the people who are entering, exiting the church, and also to prevent having water and the water to freeze at the entrance of the church. We have been fighting a lot with the freezing in a special way, putting a lot of salt, and the salt that is damaging the property. So having this structure here is mainly for these reasons, and also this space that would be covered in front of the church would be a good place to gather after the services and before that, which will give a good gathering space and build community more in our parish. So it has been in the planning and the hope to be executed. We were finally able to raise enough funds and get everything needed for that. And our parishioners are quite excited and looking forward for this to happen finally. We did not want to do anything that is not beautiful for the parish, for the church, or for the neighborhood. We don't want to put anything that is temporary or anything. We just wanted to do something that will look good with our buildings and on our campus, and for the neighborhood, to keeping the area always beautiful. So finally we were able to do that, and these are the very main reasons that we are requesting this permit from you. Thank you.
Gotcha. Okay. And my understanding is that there are several structures on this church campus. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. So the church is the main structure, and attached to the church is what we call the large hall, which is the gathering hall for all our events. And also on the property, there is the building where the priest resides, and there are the offices and the activities for the youth, for the children, etc. And of course the parking lots are around the church, and and there are a building adjacent to the church that is mainly the residence of the priest. So yes, it is a campus-like property, and it has different buildings, but all of them are related to the church's functions.
Got it. Okay. And of those buildings, there aren't any additional changes outside of maybe the removal of one existing canopy and then the construction of this canopy, right?
Pardon, I did not understand your question. I did not hear your question.
Sure. Yeah. So on the campus, there are no other changes to any of the buildings or construction of new buildings or new structures outside of the new proposed canopy structure. Is that right?
No, that's everything.
No, there's no other things. Of course, the parking lot, maintenance, things like that, but there's no new buildings.
Okay. All right. Did Mr. Perez or Mr. Vachon want to add anything to
I've been a
Father Haj's
Commissioner of
comments?
St. Anthony of Padua since 85, 87, 86. I'm sorry, since 86, and I see the desperate need to have a cover as our parishioners are aging, and it's becoming really hard for them to get in and get out, especially when it's raining outside or it's really cold and snowing and sleet and things like that. So the awning that was existing on site was not connected to the entrance of the church. It was separate. It was more like a carport for Father put his car underneath it. So what we're proposing is to basically build a bigger awning to allow the parishioners to get in and get out of the church safely.
Okay. Anything else before I turn it over to Mr. Lashad? Okay, hearing nothing. Matt, do you want to add anything to the discussion here?
Sure. So yeah, just a little bit of background. So we received a building permit for the proposed canopy. Canopy itself, honestly, from a zoning standpoint, not typically a problem, but the proposed location went over a couple of property lines. You'll see on it's on the staff report, but there's property lines that run through the middle of this campus, and we cannot approve a building permit for construction of a building that goes over a property line. So typically it's a fairly easy resolution to just consolidate parcels. However, unfortunately here, there are multiple buildings here as a part of this campus, and the zoning code has a rule that you cannot have multiple buildings on a lot. So you'd be fixing the issue of the canopy going over the property line, but then you'd be creating a new issue of now having multiple buildings on one parcel. So the purpose of this hearing is to seek a variance of that requirement so that you are permitted to have multiple buildings on one lot. And then eventually we would be able to approve the building permit for the canopy. I would say it's a pretty common condition for, call it a religious assembly use, a church, to have multiple buildings as part of their campus, maybe on one parcel, maybe on multiple parcels, but it's pretty common to have the sanctuary here, the rectory or the parsonage there, maybe a school. So it's not an unusual condition, and denying the variance, as the applicant has demonstrated, would create a hardship for their folks going to the church. So for those reasons, staff is happy to recommend approval, and I'm here if you have any questions.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I think Matt, just this won't really change much in terms of the physical attributes of the property and the campus, and this does operate as one sort of singular campus for the church. Is that your finding?
Yeah, I would agree with that, and hopefully it would make their operations easier. You'd only have one parcel, one tax bill. Hopefully it simplifies things for your operations in the future.
Okay, great. Thanks, Mr. Lashad. Appreciate your testimony and your work on the staff report. Okay, I'll turn it back over to the applicants here. Anything you want to say in response to Matt's comments or my questions or anything else in closing or otherwise before we adjourn?
Have you seen the layout of the buildings? I don't know if you had a chance to look at it. Okay, so you're
Yeah,
familiar with that. Okay.
Yeah, actually, what Matt has shared is very accurate. In many different churches and campuses, these things are very common, and for sure it will bring a lot of safety with the movement here, and it will bring a lot of relief from any dangerous, especially weather conditioned things. And we own all of these lands, so it would be great to have them all consolidated and to be one parcel. And we are very grateful for your understanding and your willingness to help us with this.
Okay, great. Thank you. I think we can leave it at that. I've had a chance to review the application materials, the site plan, and the staff report, and based on all of that, and based on the testimony that I've heard here today from the applicants and Mr. Lashide, I think it would be impractical to strictly enforce the zoning code to this application, and so I'm going to approve the application. I need to formalize that approval in a written decision. I mentioned at the beginning that typically takes about 2 weeks. I'll do everything I can to get that to you as quickly as possible. As soon as I finish that, sorry guys, I'm just getting over a cold. As soon as I finish that, I will put it into a PDF. I'll email that decision to everybody who's in the hearing here today. Once Mr. Lashide sees that email, he can approve the zoning permitting on his end, and then you all can take the next steps. Are there any questions about that?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So your honor, we would have to wait until we have the document in our hands to do the construction, or we can do it before. How does it go? I'm not very familiar with that.
Yeah, so typically, yes, before you start construction on a project, you would need to get the decision from me so that a permit can be issued, but this is a little unusual and its posture. Matt, I don't know if you want to weigh in here. Have you already consolidated the parcels?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Mhm.
Okay. So then, Matt, if they're already consolidated, can they start before the decision is issued? I mean, it won't be crossing any parcel lines.
That's a good question. Typically, we would have to wait until your decision is issued until we can sign off the approval on the permit. And then once the permit is issued, then they could begin construction.
Yeah. So those should happen, pretty, contemporaneously as soon as that decision is issued. I believe the permit should be able to be issued and construction should be able to be started almost immediately after that. So, like I said, I'll do everything I can to get that to you as quickly as possible. Within the next couple of weeks, you all should be able to start.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time and for approving this. And may God bless you both. And hopefully you'll be able to come someday and visit us and enjoy this nice thing here. Thank you.
Thank you
I
all.
appreciate that. Thank you all very much for your time, your testimony. Good luck with the project and your work over there, and hope you have a wonderful day. We're adjourned.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.